Hey YouTube, this is Mr. Lawless, and in this video we're going to talk about Tampa, the RNC convention, and how the media and the RNC is starting to realize that there's going to be a whole lot more Ron Paul supporters there than they initially thought. And we're also going to talk about how it's now come to light that all the delegates are unbound delegates, that they don't have to vote for Mitt Romney in the first round. Even though the RNC and the media has been telling everybody that they have to vote for Mitt Romney in the first round of voting at the RNC convention in Tampa, it isn't true. So let's get to the video and we can discuss this further. First things first, I wanted to invite you guys to another live hangout Google debate. It's going to take place on Thursday night, and it's going to be me and a bunch of liberals. And I've got my fingers crossed that maybe there will be a few libertarians there, either Julie Borowski or maybe some conservatives that aren't neocons. But it's probably just going to be me and a bunch of liberals. Be on the Polipop network, Polipop channel. I'll put a link below. It'll be Thursday. And hopefully I can take it to those libs, if you know what I'm saying. And beat them back verbally with intellect. Alright, so there's been some developments with the RNC. A few weeks ago I did a video about how the GOP is getting nervous and they wanted the guns banned at Tampa because they know there's going to be 1 million Ron Paul supporters showing up. And now the media is actually starting to take notice. There's actually going to be quite a few people in Tampa. And not only on the inside of the building, but on the outside. And you see stuff with titles like Ron Paul supporters to hijack Tampa, or Ron Paul supporters plan to forcefully take the convention. Well, let the media in on a little question. Let me let the media in on something here real quick. Ron Paul supporters are not going to hijack the convention. We are not going to forcefully take over the convention. And if we do take the convention, it'll be by the GOP's own rules set by the Republican Party. Now, there is one victory that I wanted to talk about, and that's when the GOP and the local mayor there in Tampa was trying to get the guns banned in Tampa for the week of the convention. And they wanted the governor to sign an illegal executive order basically trampling on everyone's Second Amendment rights on the week of the Tampa convention. And the governor, Rick Scott, the governor of Florida, basically shot a letter back to the RNC and to the local city council there and the mayor, and basically said, hey, look, this would be infringing upon citizens' rights that aren't doing anything wrong. And I can't remember the exact wording, but basically he said that the only people that should have to worry about citizens, law-abiding citizens carrying firearms are people that's doing things illegally. And to me that kind of says, hey, if you're worried about people with guns, stop committing voter fraud and you won't have to worry about people with guns. So that's the first thing, a little victory on the whole RNC thing. Not that I think a whole lot of Ron Paul supporters are going to be showing up with firearms, but I think it's a good thing that people in Florida and the Tampa area won't have their Second Amendments trampled on. Because when people start to have their freedom stripped from them for the sake of security, then it's bad for everyone's freedom and liberty. Alright. And I want to segue here into one other thing that Ben Swan had put out. And not only Ben Swan, but Matt Larson 10. Matt, I don't have a picture of you or I'd put it up. All I know is your name. You're kind of like me. There's no face to the name. So I can't put your picture up, Matt. But Matt Larson 10 was actually doing a lot of videos on, and I know this was talked about for a long time, but I think Matt kind of pushed it to the forefront here about, are delegates bound for the first vote at the RNC convention? Do they have to vote for Mitt Romney on the first vote? And a lot of people, the Republican Party would like you to believe yes. The media would like you to believe yes. But Matt Larson basically brought up the question, and Ben Swan had dug a little further in a recent video, and Ben Swan had found out that no, delegates aren't bound by law, and that is according to the RNC's own lawyer. that the delegates are not bound to vote for Mitt Romney and cannot be made to vote for Mitt Romney on the first vote around at the RNC convention in Tampa, which basically means if we keep doing what we're doing and getting all these Ron Paul supporters elected to delegates at these state conventions and taking over state GOP conventions the way Ron Paul supporters have been doing all along, it's bad news for Goldman Sachs, and it's bad news for the globalists and the elite GOP establishment that's trying to been pushing Mitt Romney, because it means that we will not be hijacking the Republican Party as the media would like you to believe, and we will not be hijacking the convention as the media likes everyone to believe, but we will be taking over the convention by their own rules and regulations from within inside the party, and we will be nominating Ron Paul for president. Now, I know this is probably all going to be very disturbing to the media and to the RNC, but hey, it's your rules. We're just playing by them. Sorry you're not better at your own game. Sucks for you. Is there anything else? But God bless you, Ben Swan, for digging into this and finding this out, because this truly was a game changer. And I gotta be honest, when I read this, when I pulled it up and read it that morning, made my entire day. Good to know, real victory, and it shows that we still have a pathway to get Ron Paul nominated. And gotta be honest with you. If I was Mitt Romney, I'd be very worried. I'd be knocking on Paul's door like, please just be my VP. Please, 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 Dr. Paul, please just be my VP. But I don't think Dr. Paul's going to be your VP, and I don't think you're going to be the nominee, Mitt Romney. So, that's all I got to say in this video. Onward to Tampa. And let's keep doing the great job that we're doing state by state. And I believe there's going to be a payoff at the end of all this hard work. Wouldn't you know, it's so rare these days to actually have your hard work rewarded. So, oh yeah, and another thing. Bilderberg's holding their meeting at the end of the month. Just wondering if any of you plan on going and occupying Bilderberg. If you are planning on going and protesting Bilderberg, please let me know below. And as always, like this video down there, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment about whatever you want. And we can go back and forth. And that's all I got to say, so lull us out.